Hello and welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
I'm Taya Salam. It's great to have you join us again. All right, this is what the show looks like. On Sunday, to be precise, Niger Super Eagles will take on Brazil. That's the Samba Boys of Brazil. As I was talking to you right now, there are 21 Eagles in camp, and they're all ready to face the Samba Boys.
Absolutely, they're all gone blazing and also ready to fly over the Samba Boys. Also on the program, the Special Eagles are putting all their eyes on the gold, which is the big prize for the Africa Cup of Nations taking place in Angola. And today, they will be taking on the host nation, Angola, to see if they can get their hands on that medal.
All right, then I wish the amputee Eagles all the best in their matchup against the world champions as well as the host nations. Also on the show this time, we're still talking Nigerian football. The Golden Eaglets have arrived in Brazil for the FIFA Under-17 World Cup, where they'll be taking on the likes of Australia, Hungary, and Ecuador. Remember, Nigeria is the most successful Under-17 side when it comes to the FIFA World Cup. They've won it 5 times. And some of those faces, we're probably going to be seeing them in the next few years playing for Nigeria. 25 of them in Brazil. That means it's the preliminary squad, which will still be cut down to 21.
Okay, that's the way it's going to be. Hopefully they can go far and be able to just enjoy the moment while in Brazil. It's all about developing football.
Absolutely.
Okay, now let's
We'll get to that in a moment, right? We'll get to the Golden Eaglets in a moment. Now let's start with Larry Ekundayo, Nigeria's IBF European welterweight champion.
Absolutely, and he's been trying to have a fight in Nigeria, but somehow it seems to be the most difficult thing for him to achieve. So many challenges, so many things just coming up when he's trying to actually have this fight. And he's been talking about it. Austin is in London, caught up with him, and they had to ask him some 7 questions concerning, look, what's really happening? We thought it was going to be December this year, right? But I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I can say what we know.
Postponement 3 times now, right?
Exactly.
So when is it going to happen?
3 postponements already. I remember the first time I was around June, and I was looking forward to seeing Larry fight in Nigeria. He's never fought in Nigeria before. It didn't happen. Suffered 2 other postponements, and now we're hearing the fight is going to be in November, and we're hoping that date sticks. But Larry Ekundayo himself hasn't explained the challenges of staging this fight in Nigeria.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the hardest time of my career that I actually wanted to fight in my hometown, and it's been really hard to put in a fight. It's been postponed at least 3 times, which is not good mentally. For you rather pick to fight than everything shut down, and you have to do it again, all over again, and I'm wasting money. Because if I'm training for a fight, I leave everything aside. So I don't work, spend less time with the family, and this costs money. The treatment and all the supplements to make sure you're well and healthy. So these things cost a lot of money, and it's pretty hard for a fight to be cancelled at least 3 times. We just need to support our own. We've got the ability, we've got the agility that we can do it. So why don't we put that into practice? And that's also the reason why I wanted to fight in Nigeria. I could have fight over here, but I chose to fight in Nigeria. Since I've been a pro, I've never fought in Nigeria. I started my boxing career in Nigeria, so I think it's only right for me. And I said it, when I won the European title, I'm going to bring it down to Nigeria and defend it. So that, in a different ways, also help the economy, getting people from abroad to come down, and different revenue. That's it. That people get jobs, and if they can pull that off, that means we can have a bigger fight in Nigeria. We can host a world title in Nigeria, and just to demonstrate and have the other Nigerian fighters that are doing really well around the whole world, that they can come home. So, and I want to be a lion in the jungle rather than being a dog in the city.
There you go. That's Nigeria's Larry Ekundayo, who is the IBF European welterweight champion. We've got a guest in the studio now, Tracy Chappell, is going to join us to talk about this and a lot more on Sport this morning. Tracy, it's great to have you on the show.
Lovely to be back. Vacation is over, and we are twinning with the color.
This wasn't planned, by the way. It wasn't planned at all. Tracy, first of all, do you like boxing? Cecilia doesn't like boxing.
Ekundayo is my guy.
Cecilia
He's my
right
guy.
there.
Ekundayo is my guy. Anytime. Whenever I come straight to Nigeria, he would invite me over, whether we go to Ricardo's to eat free jollof or
Okay,
something
wait.
like
He
that.
will invite you over.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's my guy.
Can we talk about the other
But do you like
aspect
boxing
of it?
generally?
I
do you
like boxing. Who doesn't like the pugilist sport?
Cecilia doesn't.
Blood, grit, and thunder.
Okay, I just don't like the blood. Sorry, I like the grit, the resilience and all that about the sports, but when it gets somehow, like what happened to Tyson Fury recently, that caught 40 stitches, right?
Yeah.
And he still can't train. Okay.
I see what you're
So
saying.
I just don't
Fair
want to see that. That's the
We have
difference. Yeah.
millions now.
It doesn't really matter. I can't put my head on the platter for someone to just punch because I need some dollars or some pounds, some quid. No, it doesn't work that way.
You. But still on Larry Ekundayo, you listening to what he said.
Yes.
The challenges, facing him, staging this particular bout. I mean, it would have been a big deal if he's able to, defend his IBF European welterweight title in the country. But so far, he's not had any luck.
I think it's a political statement of it all, because, I mean, we had Rumble in the Jungle. Americans came to Africa to fight, and there was no problem about that.
And it was massive.
It was massive. Every other franchise now is recognizing that Africans are really vested in Africans. You see WWE coming into South Africa. Yeah, they are even strolling into Ghana. They are trying to get more languages into the WWE, whether it's Swahili, Zulu, even Pidgin.
Yeah.
Ghanaian Pidgin, not even Nigerian Pidgin yet.
Yeah.
And then you have boxing that is losing out on an opportunity to chop into Nigerian market. UFC, they are smart. Dana White, the minute you realize that Usman and what's his face?
Israel.
They were money makers. Every time they come up, before they do anything, they trend. So imagine what it will do to this category that's not so popular.
Big.
It's bottom to welterweight now. It's not like Joshua Zone that has a bit of big money on
Heavyweight,
it.
yeah.
This welterweight is not as popular. The only people that come and shine once in a while is maybe the Pacquiaos of the world. It's not really popular because they are not doing knockouts. They always do 12 rounds.
They're not knocking your heads off.
They're not knocking heads. It's just body shots and dodge away and body shots. So, I mean, boxing, WBF and the powers that be, they are losing out on an opportunity to chop into the African market, because if they carry it here, it will be big.
Yeah, it will be big. But I think the problem is
But this
really
is
has to be with Nigerian system.
Exactly.
So he's been trying as much as possible, to talk to those involved in it. And it's like it's really not happening. I mean, you postpone once, two, and the third time. So it's like he's really fed up because he understands that, if he's able to, bring this fight to Nigeria, it's going to inspire a whole lot of people. He started here, he went to the UK, and now he's European welterweight champion. So that alone is an inspiration to so many people.
And as we can see, pictures are coming from his training gym. He's been training really, really hard now. And when you're training for a particular fight and it gets postponed, not once, not twice, but 3 times, it's very difficult to mentally stay focused. But Larry Ekundayo is still remaining focused, and he believes whoever the opponent is, come November, he will probably be knocking him out and emerge champion on the day and retain his title. Let's listen to Larry Ekundayo again, speaking on the upcoming bouts, even though we don't know the opponent yet.
It's very, very important. It's me, that will be my first fight back in Nigeria since I left, since 2002. So yeah, it's a big one for me. Just to just show that the young youth that's growing up in Nigeria, if I can make it and go out of Nigeria and coming back to then demonstrate what I've achieved from boxing, I think that will inspire so many youth and all the other sports. So I think it would definitely inspire boxing back up. Well, we take every opponent serious. So at the moment, just waiting for the team to announce the name of the opponent. So that's all at the moment. But preparing as best as I could.
There you go, Larry Ekundayo. We're hoping this fight eventually takes place in November. No more postponements. Nigerians, of course, want to see you defend that title against whichever opponent.